the monster. Oof. That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
Culminating with Moses' performance against a guy who's never ever been stopped. Tough guy. Caught him with a good shot as well. Caught him on the whiskers. And he was very, when you look, he's just turned 21 and you look at his composure, his professionalism, and how he went about his job. It just broke him down. And the shots he stopped him with at the end, they were just phenomenal.
Did you expect the fight to go like that?
I did, but yeah, it was good. Good test up until that point.
Mike Tyson reacted to Moses Itauma's brutal knockout of Jermaine Franklin by calling the young fighter scary, a rare word that carries weight coming from Tyson.
He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was little like that. Just as good.
He looks like a f***ing pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these motherfuckers.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious.
From the opening bell, Moses Itauma came forward aggressively, using speed and sharp combinations to pressure Jermaine Franklin, who struggled to match the younger fighter's pace. Itauma controlled the early action, repeatedly driving Franklin back toward the corners and landing clean, decisive shots.
So Moses Itauma knocks out the 989 assassin, Jermaine Franklin, in round 5. It was brutal, it was hard, he even gave him a little slip punch after the knockout. What'd you do?
Mike Coppinger praised Itauma on X, writing, "What a knockout! Blistering left uppercut sends Jermaine Franklin flat on his face in round 5. Moses Itauma, impossible to overhype him right now the way he looks." Franklin later admitted he drifted from the game plan. Instead of staying disciplined and defensive, he got drawn into exchanges, letting Itauma dictate the pace and land the kind of damaging shots that eventually produced the knockout.
I feel like I got a little bit away from the coach's game plan. I got caught with a punch. I got dropped. I feel like I could have got up, but they stopped the fight.
Where do you feel you go from here?
I mean, the sky's the limit. Like, I've never been a quitter, so just back to the drawing board, got to change some shit up.
Fabio Wardley offered a blunt, revealing reaction after watching Moses Itauma take apart Jermaine Franklin, emphasizing how dangerous the performance really was. Wardley praised the referee for stopping the fight, saying Franklin was clearly hurt and needed protection rather than being left in there to take more damage.
Yo, Moses Itauma with a destructive knockout. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, fantastic performance. Fantastic performance. Won every round, beat them apart, up, down, mixed it up. Body, head, just showed everything we knew, but with a little bit more on top as well. And then obviously got the clean finish. Single punch knockout finish. No one else has been able to do that to Jermaine Franklin.
Did you expect the fight to go like that?
Yeah, to be honest, I predicted round 6.
Yeah.
I said 6-7 is what I said, because I knew Franklin was a tough man. You're gonna have to wear him a bit and break him down and wear him through and do a bit more with him. So yeah, it went pretty much how I had it.
And what do you make of Moses' general performance? You know, he got tagged a couple times. What do you make of it?
Yeah, look, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You're not going to swim without getting wet, and that comes with stepping up their levels, and that's what tonight was about. It was about stepping up to a higher level, showing if he can compete, and he more than did that.
He added that in moments like that, fighter safety has to come first, even over pride, and said it's the referee's job to save a boxer from himself.
And where do you think Moses Itauma ranks in the heavyweight division?
Look, he's up there with some of the best. He's up there with some of the best. He's ranked #1 with the WBA and WBO for a reason. He is up there with the top boys.
Do you think that he could win a world title? You know, obviously, you've got one yourself. Do you think he can win one within 2026?
Look, yes, but boxing's a funny game. It's political. There's landscapes. There's certain ways you have to maneuver to get there to a world title shot. But yeah, look, if the opportunity was put in front of him to fight for a world title, then yeah, I definitely think he would.
Aside from yourself, do you think there's anyone in the heavyweight division that can beat Moses?
Sorry?
Aside from yourself, do you think there's anyone who you think can beat Moses?
I think the only real question mark lies around Alexander Usyk. That's one to be seen, one we don't know. But aside from that, again, along the rides, I think if he gets the right growth, the right type of fights, right building, no.
Content creator Hamid shared his ringside view, saying Franklin showed durability and a strong chin, but Moses Itauma still found the ending, a nasty, vicious uppercut that knocked Franklin out in round 5. Hamid added that if Itauma can carry this form forward, especially against a top 15 opponent like Filip Hrgović, it would be truly impressive. Promoter Frank Warren was also full of praise after the win, making it clear he believes the young heavyweight is on the edge of something special.
Another week, another sold-out Queensbury show, another Moses Itauma knockout. This is just Queensbury, right?
It is. I mean, you know, this roller coaster we're on, it's not gone up. It's going, we're flying at the moment, and it was just a fabulous night. Great concept, the Magnificent Seven. Great fights all the way through, culminating with Moses' performance against a guy who's never ever been stopped.
Warren says the plan is to keep Itauma active, with another fight expected soon as the heavyweight division continues to reshuffle around the belts. He notes that with champions potentially vacating titles or being pushed into mandatory defenses, Itauma could find himself in position for a world title shot as early as 2026.
Speak about him in just a sec. I just want to speak about you for a moment and your mindset going into this fight, this campaign, since this fight was signed. You know that you've got a great fighter on your hands here, but at the same time, you've got to manage him, you've got to go through his career properly, and you put fighters like this and you think, He could give him a test, take him the distance, and he could make it a horrible, ugly fight. And maybe Moses doesn't, but you've got to put him through that. Leading up to this, how did you feel coming up towards fight night, confidence-wise, that Moses wouldn't just win but shine?
I've got a lot of belief in him, and I believe that we're good at is matchmaking. We're good bringing youngsters through, young fighters in their career, and it was good matchmaking, and I felt that the speed that he's got, the punch power he's got, and he's got a good boxing brain. And I think people underestimate that, and he showed that tonight.
Warren also stressed that stopping Jermaine Franklin, who had never been stopped before, shows Itauma is ready for the next level. For him, it reinforces the belief that a major fight is coming sooner than many expect.
I just believe in him, and I believed that he would come through. And he did that, and he boxed extremely well, as I say, and showed a lot of professionalism in the way he went about his job, and done it in style. You can't do it no better than the way it ends.
We can talk superlatives in the ring of Moses Itauma all night. I was impressed watching him here in the press conference because he speaks like I didn't speak like that when I was 21, Frank.
He's mature, isn't he? He's got a good head on his shoulder. He's very articulate. He's sensible. He doesn't. He's not boastful. He's quite respectful about boxing and the people boxing. He doesn't have to shout and make a noise to be seen. He does what he has to do in the ring, where he gets paid to do it, and the rest of it is just. I don't think even if he had his way, I don't think he'd even do press conferences. That's not the way he is. But he's a joy to work with.